Hi, I'm Ellen, I'm 22 and I'm from Leeds. I first found out about my power when I was in primary school. I must have been about 7 years old and I accidentally gave a teacher an electric shock. She went into hospital with the shock and I was admitted to find out what was wrong, what had caused the situation. And the doctors did lots of tests on me and unfortunately I kept causing malfunctions in their electric equipment. They gave me a name for my disease or power or whatever you want to call it. They called it Sternutation Induced Static Release. And what that basically is that when I sneeze, I give off an electric shock or a static charge. This can be as small as when you might get from, say, a banister walking around a shopping centre, or even sticking your finger in a plug socket. It can be either of the extremes. And they did say, had my teacher been less healthy, she might not have survived. Someone with, say, a heart disease could have had a heart attack from the situation, and this has meant I had to be took out of education because I was high risk. I had to be taught at home, which was no fun. I've never made any proper lifelong friends because I've never been around anyone long enough, and that's a bit upsetting. And alongside that, I always wanted to be a teacher myself, and the fact I couldn't even be in education has meant I can't become a teacher. I'd be too much of a risk to the children. So my body actually has a higher than normal bioelectric field, and this means that sometimes when I pick up objects that use electricity, I can make them work and pass the electricity onto them. But this can actually be quite bad because if I pick something up such as like a TV remote, it's got a lower electric field than me, I can cause it to break. So like I said before, I've not ever had any proper friendships because I've never been to school, college, university. I've never been anywhere to interact with people enough to make friendships. I've basically spent much of my life at home, and I suppose this has meant I've got a better, stronger relationship with my family than I would have done in any other way. I still live at home with my mum. And the main reason for this is because I'm dependent on her. I can't do any housework. If I'm around dust, I sneeze so much, it really gets to me, and it's just not worth me trying to do. And I also can't wash up because if I interact with water, obviously water's a conductor of electricity, and when I interact with it, it makes my power stronger. So where it may have been like a shock from putting your finger in a plug socket, it's actually a lot worse and it can spread further. Because I've not really got any relationships with people, I've always been really not very confident, I don't speak out a lot. I've always been quite a quiet person, and for this my mum, she found out about a charity called Dogs for the Disabled, and she went to speak to them about what had happened, what my situation was, and they agreed to let her take a dog for me. So it's basically for me to try and start a relationship and learn how to bond with someone. It's increased my confidence a lot. She's like my best friend. I've had her for about 8 years now, and even my mum says herself that she's really seen a change in my personality and my confidence since, and I adore her to bits. And I really enjoy my time with her, taking her out and looking after her. My powers haven't really changed that much over time. They haven't got any stronger. They're not weaker either, but I have learnt how to control them a lot better. That's why I got the dog, really, and I've learnt through her when I can and can't go near people or animals. It's the same with her as it is with anybody. Through learning how I can and can't interact, I've been able to go on computers, which is nice. Through going on the computers, I've actually found a really good website, and it's a guy that started this website. He's also got a power and he wants to meet other people with powers, which is really nice. I feel like I might meet someone there that understands the situation I'm in. Overall, I'm trying to be very optimistic about my future, so I'm hoping to move on, start meeting new people, and for that the future's looking bright.